Hello again from my front porch, where it is an absolutely gorgeous day in Iowa, and it is Father's Day. Now, I got to tell you, Father's Day, obviously, it's meant a lot to me for the last 30-some years because, I've been a father for that long. But it's interesting. Over time, these kind of things, I find, actually mean more to me. It's not that I was dismissive before, but it's like, there was a point when I was younger and and I had the kids and it was all about, yeah, it's Father's Day. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do something. You're gonna get me, a tie or some socks, or, and we're gonna maybe grill out. We're gonna do a picnic. We're gonna go out to eat. We're gonna, and it's just, it's just a little thing. It's just a thing you do. But you see, part of the reason for that was because Father's Day is supposed to be a time where we stop and we acknowledge fathers and we celebrate fathers. Honestly, I have never really felt, this is going to sound really bad, but I've never not felt celebrated. And I don't mean that in an arrogant, boastful, I'm the center of attention. No, that's not it. I have always felt appreciated by my children. I didn't need Father's Day to be a designated time on the calendar for them to acknowledge that I was important to them. And, so it's not that I'm dismissive of Father's Day. It's that it didn't really. It's like couples who are romantic all year long, and then along comes Valentine's Day, and everybody else is like, I'm buying flowers, I'm doing this stuff, and the other couples are like, we do that all year long. We don't need to do it on the day that's targeted for commercialization. So when I say that it wasn't always a big deal to me, it's not that it wasn't a big deal per se. It's that the stuff that we did on Father's Day really was just an extension of the stuff that happened all year long. And so because of that, it never really was like it's a big, look forward to it. It's, I mean, there was like one year, I think we went out and bought a new grill as my Father's Day present. It was with my money, but still, I got a bonus from principal that year, as I recall, and we went shopping and got a new grill for Dad, for Father's Day, and so there's stuff like that's kind of fun. But still, that's what Father's Day had meant. In more recent time, it has taken on a much bigger meaning to me. Partly because of the more involved, active role I now have in helping to take care of my dad, which was not something I was having to do before. He was taking care of himself. He was totally on his own. But now he actually needs my involvement and my siblings, but he needs all of us supporting him and helping him. And so that's changed the dynamic of the relationship, and as such, it causes me to have a little more depth, a little more profoundness, if that's even a word. It is now, towards my relationship with my dad and the importance of acknowledging him. Now, he's still not one for big gatherings or holidays or things like that anyway, so I'm going to see him today. But we're not doing a big, woo, it's Father's Day. I'm just going to see him and acknowledge that. But the day is a time where we talk about dads. And so I just wanted to make sure that I take a moment and pause and reflect and say, the things about my dad that sometimes frustrate me are the true example of the double-edged sword. Because he can get all wound up about something because he's very passionate. He can get his feelings hurt real easy because he's very caring. He's very empathetic. He has a great deal of compassion inside himself. And even though he puts on this rough exterior, that it's built up over. I mean, he was an only child, and it started there, and it just never got better as he lived on through life. Now he's at a point where it is more difficult for him to express those feelings, even though I can see they're there, and every once in a while they come out. But it's like there's an internal struggle that he has between who he's always been and what he'd kind of like to say now, at this point in his life. So so I don't begrudge him that. Again, it's frustrating sometimes, but I understand that the things, and there's other stuff I can list too, but all the things that we would say, oh, you get so irritated when Dad does that. Yeah, but if you really look at why he does that, there's actually a really good quality to him. It's just gotten poked the wrong way. And so I've developed a much better appreciation, a much deeper love for my own dad. And what better time to talk about that than on Father's Day? But by the same token, I have also developed a much deeper appreciation for what the day means to salute fathers now that I am a grandfather, a GrandPappy. Because now I get to watch this progression of my son-in-law, Joshua Moon. I get to watch this progression of him from being just a guy to a guy who is then married to my daughter, and now a guy who is married to my daughter and father to this adorable little grandchild. In fact, see here, there she is right there. Look how adorable she is. Isn't she just awesome? I could, maybe I should just leave that up the whole time. You should. I just might. Here, hold on. I'm going to move over a bit so I can leave her up there the whole time. I want you to be looking at her face, because part of what I'm also going to do with this particular episode is, as I said, I never really got really big about gifts, the tie, the socks, the whatever, because it's like, whatever. But everything has changed now that this one has come along. Now that I've got my little granddaughter, Ellie, granted, I know that she's not doing the shopping herself. Mom might be helping just a bit. But still, I now have gifts that have come to me to GrandPappy Paul Smith. I have two of them here. This one says Paul GrandPappy Smith. So but I have two gifts here from my granddaughter to GrandPappy, and I've had these for a week, but I had to sit on them until today. So here we go. I'm gonna open these. I have no idea what they're. I'm gonna guess this is an article of clothing. I hope. Otherwise, whatever it is broke and got really messed up. All right. Now, and of course, as a dad, I have my handy box cutter handy at all times. Yep. Looks like it might be a T-shirt. Hold on. I'm gonna put the box cutter down. Retract the box. See, dad moment. Retract the box cutter. Don't risk cutting yourself. All right. Oh, hey. I like this. Is an awesome T-shirt. I can tell you that already. Check this out. It says. I gotta get up so you can see it better. GrandPappy. It's like Grandpa, only cooler. That's awesome. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that very much. that is awesome. That's really cool. Okay, now I got this box. Ooh, it's from Amazon. I saw a meme that said, when we were kids, we all like to hear the ding ding dings of the ice cream truck, and we'd all go running outside, and you see the ice cream truck coming down the street, and you're like, oh, the ice cream truck's coming in. And now that as we're adults, we have that same reaction to the Amazon truck. I don't know. I think there's I know a lot of adults who would still react that way to the ice cream truck too. But yes, the Amazon truck does have that reaction. All right. Retract. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, now this is interesting. Now I gotta say, with Ashley and Josh, Josh is a DC Comics fan, especially Batman, big Batman fan, but DC Comics fan. And Ashley has always been a Marvel fan, especially the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And now I think they're getting each other to appreciate each other's interests and things. But so because and I read some comics when I was growing up. I wasn't really a big comic book guy growing up, but a little bit. Honestly, when I read the comics, I think I preferred the DC comics more because the Marvel comics, they were always just loaded with, the storylines were so much angst and so much, turmoil with the characters. And as a kid reading comics, I didn't really appreciate that. I appreciated more just the slug'em action bad guy stuff. But now as an adult, as I go watch movies, I actually appreciate the character development more. And so, because of that, in the theater versions, the Marvel Cinematic Universe definitely has me drawn and attracted. And I've got all the movies and several things. Of course, you've seen me in the past. One of my cosplays that I dressed up in at the Comic-Con was as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and all this kind of stuff. Because there is no way that this physique is going to look like Captain America or something. Maybe the Hulk, a very hairy, short, bald Hulk. But I say all of that to say Ashley knew exactly what she was doing when she ordered this. I see what it is on the box, and if you have watched the Marvel movies, especially the Ant-Man movies, which some people don't like them. They don't like Paul Rudd, and I don't know what's wrong with those people. I think they need some sort of mental help. But because I think the Ant-Man movies are awesome. I think all of them are awesome, frankly. That last Thor one, Thor: Love and Thunder, left me a little cold in the last 30 minutes. I was okay with the movie for the most part up to that point. This is really jammed in here. Oh, my Lanta. I may have to just destroy the packaging just to get the thing out, because it's obviously packed very well. I'm not going to have to worry about the item inside being damaged. Oh, I may need the Hulk here to get the thing out for me. Oh, here we go. Yeah, and it says exactly the way it is. So in one of the Ant-Man movies, it might be Ant-Man and the Wasp, because that's what's on the box here. In one of the Ant-Man movies, his daughter gives him a trophy for being world's greatest dad. Lordy. And when she gives him the trophy, he's really excited about it. But then he reads it, and it says, "World's greatest grandma." That's awesome. So it's a replica of the trophy that his daughter gets him in the Ant-Man movie, and now my daughter has given it to me. Now the funny thing is, of course, I'm a GrandPappy, so it's actually a little bit closer, but I love it. Look at that. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. I am now the world's greatest grandpa. Oh, that's good. Now you see, that to me, that is a true Father's Day gift for me. It is not practical, has no logic to it whatsoever, except tie in with the movie stuff. But it's just goofy, fun, something that I will most definitely display and be proud to display as well. So knock that out of the park. The T-shirt is awesome. You got. Man, you nailed that right down there. I can't hold it with one hand. Nailed that right down there. The trophy. Loving my Father's Day. Now, I'm going to go continue my loving my Father's Day by doing a little loving on my own father. And with that, I will see you all next time, and you too, Ellie, from my front porch.